Hello there, all my change makers. Today we are at, as you can see behind me, we are at Tinkies Feeding. This is a little soup kitchen that is done outside of Saviour, Kuils River. They single-handedly feed thousands of people each and every single week. And us here at Making a Change, we cannot wait to share their story. So ladies and gentlemen, please sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful story with us. So as you'll see, there's a lot of children in the line, and behind them is all of the adults, and then to the right, that's actually where all the elderly people are. It's such a beautiful setup that they have here at Tinkies Feeding, and the one thing that she stresses above all else is respect for your fellow people within the community. This means that if you misbehave in the lines, then she will put you out, because she feels that you are then standing in the way of the others who are also waiting in the lines to receive the food. She starts off with a prayer, with love, and a word of advice to all. And as you guys can see behind me, that is the food that is going to be served today.
My name is Josie Dreyer. I'm the founder of Tinkies Feeding. It all started after my cancer journey I had a cancer journey for 10 years. And when I came out of hospital and I was cancer free, I asked the Lord, He must show me what He wants me to do. And this is what the Lord placed on my heart. Sick people around here. We have kids in our community that also has cancer. So it's not just about feeding, but it's about teaching them more about love one another, respect one another, and be there for each other. There is a lot of problems in this community that I'm serving. Gender-based violence, women abuse. I always try to help them, to arrange rehab for them, get people out here to talk to them, and just to let them know what the responsibilities are. So yes, here is a lot of problems in our feeding schemes, in our community, in our areas, but we try our best just to assist them with what they need.
Now honestly, this is the most amazing part about this. I was not expecting that on a Tuesday afternoon at 5 o'clock there would be so many people outside. This just shows how important the work is that these soup kitchens are doing, and it also just shows the extra mile that soup kitchens like Tinkies Feeding goes to, the lengths that they go to in order to feed their community. And honestly, it makes us here at Make a Change so proud to be able to share their story. Has anyone inspired you in this journey in feeding the community?
Yes, my mother. I was a young child when my mother started a feeding scheme in Bella. And as I grew up, didn't have an easy life. So I know what it is to have and what it is not to have. And my mother inspired me because my mother was always there for a community. As I can remember, some of our customers passed away and she took their children in our house to grow up with us. So I think my mother was she inspired me very, very big time. Because for me, I can just look back and I can see what she was doing, and now it falls on me. Just love one another. Be there for one another. Help wherever you can help, because someone in need will never come and knock at your door and ask for help if they don't need it.
So as you guys can see, the serving has already happened and there's so many people outside. So I just had to sneak away for a few seconds just to let you guys know that this work that Tinkies Feeding is doing, and every single thing that you see outside, all comes straight out of her pockets. She truly cares and loves her community. And if she had the opportunity to feed more people, I can guarantee you she would. So if you would like to get into contact with Tinkies Feeding, then all of her details is down in the description below. But now, let's get back to that feeding. This is something that is so beautiful. Firstly, knowing that you get NPOs out there that are willing to go through so much sacrifice in order to provide for their community. And at the same time, knowing that you see so many happy and smiling faces, all because of a soup kitchen.
Sometimes you just feel like just giving them a hug. I think that is basically what the only thing that you can do, and then obviously give them the bowl of food, and just sometimes a little bit of word of encouragement, and I love you, and go to school tomorrow, and you're doing good, and you're not getting paid for it, you volunteer, you have to come and say, but this is what I want to do, this is what I love to do. We are volunteers and we love what we're doing. It's fun, and it's just something great to do, to help others and give them a plate of food and so. Sometimes you come here also heavy-hearted from your own personal life, but when you come here you just leave everything outside, because this is now a new whatever, gonna feed people, gonna feed children, and yeah, that basically turns around your day. I think it's very important because there's so many children out there that's hungry. There's so many adults out there that is hungry. Sometimes children get their food here, they're not even out of the line yet. Then they take their bowls and they finish it in the no time. And then they start looking at us, and I will just tell them, okay, I'll see you later, you can come again for another bowl of food. So I think fooding schemes, it's making a big difference in a lot of people's lives.
And honestly, it's amazing to know that people who run these NPOs get up at 8 o'clock in the morning to start preparing food so that they can feed the community later in the day. They truly take out a large portion of their lives in order to care and love for other people. And honestly, that's amazing, and we feel so honored in coming out and also getting the opportunity to share their story with you.
So, why is soup kitchens so important?
For kids to eat, for us also to eat. We are thinking to feed the feeding, to give us food.
And what do you think of the food that you just got?
Oh yes, very, very nice. I eat from tonight and tomorrow morning also.
And if you could leave the person watching this video, if you can leave them with any message, what would it be?
Oh, I love you so much.
Why are soup kitchens so important?
It's very important because there's lots of, how can I put it, the community issues like unemployment, youth unemployment, drugs and so forth. So it's very important for kids, especially kids, to have the right nutrition and so forth.
Are there any problems that you can see in the community?
There's lots of problems. Youth unemployment, number one, gangsterism, drugs and so forth. You see, and there's no little opportunity for the young people, especially for the young people, to get, how can I put it, the right, something like that, the right recipe for them to grow up, etc. You see, so there's lots of troubles in the communities here by us. But for me, that's an adult, that I'm a father and so forth. It's very hard for me to envision for my kids a future for them as well. As we see the lines growing here, there's nothing been done in the community for the people to uplift themselves.
It overwhelmed my heart. Yo, Tinkies Feeding, honest to God, I must tell you. Honest to God, yo, I love these people. And you know what? I think I wanna cry now. I always try my best to be there for them. And I know people won't come and stand in a line if they have something to eat. Never, not even a child. That's why I always make sure that we can have 1,000 people, we can have more than 900 people, everybody gets something to eat. I make sure that people don't walk away here with empty buckets. Because for me, this is my family, God is trusting me with them. So I have to prove to God that He can trust me with them. You.
So as you guys can see, Tinkies Feeding has gone above and beyond in feeding the community. The lines is almost full at the beginning. It was a successful day. So I just want to say a big massive thank you to Tinkies Feeding for all of the incredible things that they are doing in the community. Thousands and thousands and thousands of people get fed. And honestly, it's incredible that a team is so dedicated to go to the lengths that they do in order to feed and provide for their community. Tinkies Feeding is doing some incredible things in their community, so please check out all of their details down in the description if you would like to get into contact with them. But now guys, if you guys like this, then I personally think that you are going to like the time that we visited a small community in Kraaifontein for a soup kitchen that was being run along with the Stellenbosch University. So if you like this video, then I can guarantee you that you're gonna like that one.